The following is a Dowling Catholic sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. Coverage of Dowling Catholic High School basketball is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, Kemen, Mercy One, and Tamiya & Sons. Thank you for supporting Dowling Catholic basketball on Iowa Catholic Radio. 1150 AM, 88.5 FM, 94.5 FM, streaming at iowacatholicradio.com and on the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
Good evening and welcome to the Dowling Catholic High School Gymnasium as we get set for boys postseason basketball. Tonight it's the sub-state semifinal, and it's Dowling Catholic hosting Lewis Central of Council Bluffs, the Titans. And alongside Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale. And Swaimer, we've got the postseason in effect for Dowling for the second time this week. Dowling girls playing on Tuesday, Dowling boys tonight. And the postseason begins. The Maroons have had 8 days off since their last game. That was against Southeast Polk a week ago Thursday. And the Lewis Central Council Bluffs, they defeated their arch rival, Council Bluffs Thomas Jefferson, on Monday night to get here. And thus, it's a sub-state semifinal. The winner of this game plays Tuesday night for a right to go to the 4A state tournament. So here we are, sir. You're used to this, postseason basketball.
This is what it's all about, Mark. This is the most exciting part of the year for me. I can't wait to get this started. And think about the Dowling Maroons, Mark. 8 days off, and to end with that loss that they had against Southeast Polk, they've just got to be chomping at the bit to get out here and just erase that memory, and hopefully they can get off to a fast start and forget about that game completely.
Well, two evenly matched teams as far as record. Lewis Central with a record of 14-8. They finished first in the Hawkeye 10 Conference, which there's actually 11 teams in it. Kind of like the Big 12. There's actually, 9 teams in your where Iowa State plays. And the Big 10 has 14. You know how it is.
Right, nobody can count anymore, Mark.
Nobody can count. So they play in the Hawkeye 11, which has teams like Creston and Atlantic and that in their conference. So they play some 2 and 3A schools along with some 4A schools. But they're 14-8, and again, they're coming off the win over Council Bluffs Jefferson, 64-50. Second time those two teams met during the season. And Dowling had as you mentioned, their 6-game winning streak snapped with the loss to Southeast Polk a week ago Thursday night, 63-51 here at the Dowling Gym. So the Maroons come in winning 6 of 7, and they're 14-7 coming in, and they're just outside the Associated Press top 10. So that's the matchup as far as record-wise, strength of schedule. We said this Tuesday night, the Dowling girls played like 16 of their 21 games were against ranked opponents. Sioux City East may have 2 or 3 teams they played that were ranked opponents. Sioux City East knocked off Dowling Tuesday. So I guess you can throw that aspect out. Who played the tougher competition? Certainly Dowling has, but it means nothing tonight.
You're right. It does mean nothing. And I was looking at trying to find if there was any common opponents. They didn't have any. You know, some of their scores, you look at it and you scratch your head on some of this. But just watching this team warm up, Mark, they look the part. They're big, they're athletic. And they've got several guys, 2 in particular, Mark, who you shared with me earlier, are really talented football players. One of them obviously committed to the University of Iowa. Another one who may have his pick on wherever he wants to go. So if Lincoln Riley is listening to Oklahoma, come on up here and see this guy. It could be talent.
And Mike, as I shared with you, you could see as I talked to Lewis Central Athletic Director Jim Dermody, who has 2 boys playing on the team dress tonight, as does the head coach for Lewis Central, Dan Miller. He has his 2 sons. So there's a quarter of the squad made up of an athletic director and the coaches' kids. But as he mentioned with me, so there could be a who's who of who's in the audience tonight, because this young man, Fedoni, just a junior, one of the top tight ends in the country, and nothing but Power 5 conferences after him. You might see Nick Saban from Alabama. You might see the Florida SEC coaches up here. You just never know, because that kid is so highly regarded. And the thing they do at Lewis Central and a lot of schools, their football team, they're out for other sports. This is like his second and third sport. As you mentioned, Logan Jones, a University of Iowa commit who's a senior. This is their second or third sport, but you know what? They support the school, and that's why they're here tonight. I love seeing that.
I do, too, and it's a lot like Dowling. I mean, you think about the football players that are part of this program and the baseball and everything else. I think sometimes it's too specialized. Kids focus in on one sport, Mark, and I think it's great that these guys are well-rounded, a good representation of athletes, and it's going to take a good effort for Dowling tonight. Looking at this athletic Titan team, Dowling cannot take these guys for granted. there's certainly not going to be a height advantage that Dowling normally has on their opponents. Not tonight with the height of Lewis Central.
Well, number 15, Logan Jones, will probably be guarding Ryan Riggs. So Ryan's very basketball savvy. That's his sport. And obviously Logan Jones is a football player playing basketball. The physicality of Jones versus Ryan Riggs, that's the first thing I'm looking for, the tail of the paint before the outside shooting.
Well, and who can stay out of foul trouble, Mark, and stay in the game, I think is going to be a key thing. But we have seen games where against a big physical post player, Riggs hasn't performed as well. If he's pushed off of that spot or if he has to alter his shot, that could be something to watch for. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really interested to see how Omaha Ballou does tonight in his first postseason game. Everything's just ratcheted up a little bit. The level of intensity, the pace of the game, it goes at a quicker pace. So something to watch for also.
Well, Omaha's battling the effects of the flu all week. He's missed some class time and school, so he's back. Probably not 100%. But that is good news that he's here and he'll start tonight. So you always have that bug going through, the flu bug or whatever, and we've seen that throughout the year. But this will be a game of two tells. How Dowling does, I really think the key to this game for Dowling will be the play of Matt Stillwell, how he can break Lewis Central down, especially with their guards, and if he can get inside, then things can happen for Dowling.
That's really where Dowling struggled against Southeast Polk, Mark.
Yes,
they took Matt Stillwell away. They did a great job scouting him and having players there so Matt could not get inside the paint and get comfortable. And when you are forcing him to shoot outside, that is trouble for the Dowling offense. I really think Dowling has got to use their defense and hold Lewis Central to one shot, get out in transition, and create some easy run-and-gun buckets, not have to play a half-court game where sometimes Dowling settles for three-point shots.
All right, we're going to take a break on the pregame show. It's Dowling and Lewis Central of Council Bluffs here at the Dowling Gym tonight. Boys Class 4A Sub-State semifinals. The winners tonight play Tuesday night for a berth in the Boys State Tournament. Along with Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale. Jeff Piggott is our studio producer. We'll take a break and we'll come back with the starting lineups here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Dowling Catholic Sports 365 is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic with 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling Catholic graduate, and Dr. Todd Pedig. The Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at Ashworth and 60th Street in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610. Online at ashworthvision.com.
The Catholic Tuition Organization provides the best tax savings over any other charitable giving in the state. 65% of your contribution directly reduces your Iowa income tax liability. Plus, there are still federal deductibility options to further save on taxes. Find details online, ctoiowa.org. All this for the kids and their future.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym alongside Mike Swaim. I'm Mark Amadale as we get set for the starting lineups tonight. Dowling and Lewis Central of Council Bluffs here at the Dowling Gym. The Maroons, the home team. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for the visitors from Lewis Central Council Bluffs. The Titans. Head coach Dan Miller in his 20th year, 277 wins, 159 losses, assisted by Jeff Nielsen and Jeff Paulson and Matt Argo-Singer. And the Titans will start this lineup at one guard, Cole Drummond, a 5'9 senior, averaging 7 points and 3.5 assists. He'll wear number 2. The other guard is Easton Dermody, a 6'3 senior, averaging 11 points and 3.5 rebounds. Leads the team with 41 made threes, and he'll wear number 13. At one forward for Lewis Central, Logan Jones, a 6'4 senior, averaging 11.5 points, 6 rebounds, and he is committed to the University of Iowa to play football. And Jones will wear number 15. And the other forward is Noah Rigatuso. Rigatuso is a 6'5 senior, averaging 15 points, 5.5 rebounds, leads the team with 31 steals. He'll wear number 22. And at center is Thomas Fedoni, a 6'5 junior, and he is one of the top tight ends in the country. 27 D1 offers on the table from Power 5 schools. He'll averages 8.5 points, 7 rebounds, leads the team with 28 blocks, and he'll wear number 24. So it's Drummond and Dermody, the 2 guards for Lewis Central. Jones and Rigatuso, the forwards, and Fedoni, the center, and Lewis Central Council Bluffs defeated Thomas Jefferson 64-50 Monday night in the first round of the boys sub-state. They come in averaging 61 points on offense, giving up 56 points on defense, and they have a record of 14-8, and they are unranked. And now for Dowling Catholic, the Maroons, under head coach Michael Connor in his 14th year, 202 wins, 112 losses, assisted by Nick Wagner, Jimmy Nahas, David Combs, and Pat Henkenny. As we'll start this lineup, Michael Keogh, a 5'10 senior, averaging 3.5 points. He'll wear number 2. The other guard is Matt Stillwell, a 6'2 senior, second leading scorer, averaging 12 points, and has a team lead of 35 steals. He'll wear number 4. The other forward is Drew Daniel, a 6'6 senior, averaging 8.5 points, 6 rebounds. Leads the team with 39 made threes. He'll wear number 32. The other forward is Omaha Baloo, a 6'7 freshman, averaging 6.5 points and 3.5 rebounds. He'll wear number 40. And at center is Dowling's Ryan Riggs, 6'8 junior, averaging 13 points, 6.5 rebounds. Leads the team with 28 blocks, and he'll wear number 20. So for Dowling, it's Keogh and Stillwell, the guards, Drew Daniel and Omaha Baloo at forward, and Ryan Riggs at center. Dowling with a record of 14-7. They're just outside the AP top 10 in Class 4A, averaging 57 points on offense, giving up 47 points on defense, and they have won 6 of their last 7. That's a look at our starters tonight. We're going to take a break and come back with our tip-off between Dowling and Lewis Central Council Bluffs. But first, a word from Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, and our pregame prayer with Dowling chaplain Father Ryan Andrew, along with Mike Swain, Mark Hamadale, Jeff Piggott, our studio producer, and we'll be back with the tip-off, Dowling and Lewis Central from the Dowling Gym, coming up on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Ryan, president of Dowling Catholic High School, and welcome to another season of exciting Dowling High School basketball. We are proud to be partners with Iowa Catholic Radio, not only broadcasting basketball, but also being partners in preparing Christ-centered leaders for life. Go Maroons!
Hello, my name is Father Ryan Andrew, and I'm the chaplain at Dowling Catholic High School. Let us pray for the coaches, players, and trainers tonight for this athletic competition. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all your gifts. We ask you to bless all those involved in this athletic competition tonight. We ask that you keep them safe, and that they all show good sportsmanship. We ask this through Christ our Lord, amen. All holy men and women, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen.
Gymnasium alongside Mike Swain. I'm Mark Hamadale. Jeff Piggott is our studio producer, and we're getting set for boys sub-state basketball, the semifinals, as Dowling has had 8 days off to prepare for Lewis Central Council Bluffs. Lewis Central a winner in their first round game on Monday night over Council Bluffs Jefferson, 64-50. And Swaymer, your thoughts before this game, some of the keys that you're looking for tonight, especially in this first quarter.
Mark, I'm looking at these stats, and we've only got 20 games worth, and Lewis Central has 457 offensive rebounds. 234 offensive rebounds compared to Dowling's with 22 games at 181. Dowling has got to keep Lewis Central off the boards.
All right, we're underway. Dowling winning the tip. They go right to left towards the south basket here at the Dowling Gym. Lewis Central opens up in a 2-3 zone. Lewis Central wearing their dark road blue uniforms with white numbers, and Dowling in their home white uniforms with maroon numbers. And here's Omaha Blue, wide open left wing, three-pointer up, in and out, no good. Tip, no good by Riggs, rebounded by the Titans of Lewis Central. This is Easton Dermody, a couple of brother combination. Easton, 6'3 senior, has the basketball right now. And his younger brother, a sophomore, JC, number 21, may see some action off the bench. That's just one. And the coach's kid, a head coach, Dan Miller, has his two sons. Nick Miller, a sub off the bench, a 6'2 sophomore, and Brady Miller, a 6'2 senior. Now, in the lane, a pull-up jumper, no good by Thomas Fedoni. One of the top tight ends in the country misses the first shot. Dowling with the rebound in transition. Here's Omaha Baloo, and he has it poked away. Steal by Rigotoso. And now a long three for Lewis Central. No good in transition by Easton Dermody. Rebound comes out to Dowling.
Both teams seem a little tight. A couple misses offensively, and then Omaha Baloo with a turnover. Dowling's got to attack this zone in the middle, Mark.
Got an open look last time by Baloo, but he just couldn't hit it. Now here's Keel with it. Lobs it into Riggs at the high post. Now the right wing over to Stillwell. Skip pass over to Daniel. Drew for three. It's up and off the rim, no good. And the rebound out to Thomas Fedoni. Fedoni, the 6'5 junior, outleaped Riggs for the defensive rebound. No score. We're underway. 6:15 to go. First quarter from the Dowling Gym. Welcome tonight on Friday night boys sub-state basketball. The winner of this game will face the winner of the Urbandale at Abraham Lincoln game going on in Council Bluffs. We'll have updates throughout our game. Appreciate Bill Watson, the athletic director at Urbandale. His son playing for the Jayhawks, and we're going to exchange scores. So we'll keep you abreast of that game. Now whistling a foul on Dowling. It'll be on Matt Stillwell, his first. Our officials, congratulations to them in the postseason. Dave Rittman, Johnny Getting, and Will Dotson. Our three-person officiating crew.
Yeah, it's a good crew tonight. It's what you love to see as a coach. You know you're going to get a good game with these guys.
All right, here is Easton Dermody coming off a ball string. Gets underneath it. A shot up and good. He found a little two-man game there, and he found Fedoni underneath.
A little lazy on that two-man game there with Dowling. Drew Daniel got caught with the screen of the basket, an easy basket for Fedoni.
Dowling with the balls, and Lewis Central stays 2-3 zone. Here is top of the key. It's Michael Keel for three. It's no good. Rebound, offensive rebound comes out to Stillwell, and a long rebound off a missed three.
So far, Mark, there's been three shots attempted by Dowling. They've all been three-point shots. Can't do that if they're going to advance here in this tournament.
There's Riggs underneath, and he's double-teamed. The ball knocked out of bounds. Good help defense that time by Rigotuso as he came from the weak side to help his buddy Fedoni.
And I think that's a good sign that referees are going to let him play a little bit tonight. Good physical contact that time by Lewis Central.
All right, Keel will throw it in. We got a whistle and a foul underneath called.
They're going to get Rigotuso there, I think, bumping Omaha Baloo, Mark.
And the ball wasn't even thrown in.
Yeah.
So it's 2-0 Lewis Central. Now Keel gets it into Riggs. A head fake and a runner in the lane, no good. Tip by Baloo, no good. Ball comes off the glass, and coming away with it is Logan Jones. Jones all the way down court. And a charging foul called on Logan Jones. A taking the charge is Michael Keel, the smallest guy on the court.
Wow, that was a great job. Keel was there a full 2 seconds before Logan Jones hit him. So easy call for the officials, and a great job by Michael Keel, sort of a do-it-all type of guy.
Should we ask Keel in the post-game show if we get that far? How'd you like seeing that truck coming at you?
He's used to that. He saw that in football.
2-0 Lewis Central. Under 5 minutes remaining first quarter, a low-scoring first quarter. Here's Dowling underneath as Riggs passed from the right wing. Tried to get it into Drew Daniel, who lined up in the post that time in the right block. And
right idea. They had Drew Daniel in the short corner. That's where they've got to attack it. But this back line of this Lewis Central zone is pretty intimidating.
It certainly is. And now Stillwell loses the ball. He jump stopped in the lane. It's tipped out of bounds off of Lewis Central. Good hustle by Cole Drummond and his teammate Easton Dermody, the two guards. That front line is huge.
Wow, Mark, we're almost halfway through the first quarter, and Dowling doesn't have a point. 3 missed shots. Well, actually, 4 shots, but 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And here's Daniel underneath the Riggs, and slams it through. Daniel with the pass, and Riggs on the left block, and he flushes it through, and the runs are on the board, tied at 2.
That's a great job, and hopefully that gets Ryan Riggs a little motivated here to do what he does best in the post.
Now underneath, a shot no good by Cole Drummond as he got camped out underneath the block. Dowling in transition. We got a blocking foul called as they get the ball to Riggs, and he draws the foul. Tried to lay it up and in, and a foul will be on Rigotuso.
Yeah, Coach Miller upset. He thought there was a travel first before that contact, but that is a big foul for Lewis Central with Rigotuso now with 2 fouls.
So it'll be Dowling ball out of bounds. It was non-shooting fouls. 13 foul on Lewis Central here in this first quarter, and 2 of them are on Rigotuso, the young man that will be the only basketball player out of this group. He's looking to play junior college or NAIA basketball next year. He's been recruited by several of those schools, and now Dowling with the ball. They inbound it. Lewis Central staying in that 2-3 zone. Don't know if they're going to stay in it most of the game, but they're going to make Dowling beat him. Here's Daniel for three. Good. And that's one way to beat the zone. Drew Daniel with the Toomey & Sons three-pointer left wing.
Well, Dowling's best three-point shooter, and that time a wide-open look. Dowling's got to be very patient against that zone. And now the Dowling crowd starting to get into it. It's a little vocal for the student body here. I like it, even though, it's tournament time.
It is, and it was that way on Tuesday night with the girls' game. Both student bodies for Sioux City East and Dowling. You could hear them in that second half. You can hear them now as Dowling stays man-to-man on defense. Lewis Central taking time off the clock. 3.5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, it almost looks like they're in some sort of a delay here. They are really trying to slow this thing down.
Well, they probably got some tape of the Southeast Polk and the second Ames game, or the first Ames game.
That's correct.
Underneath, the shot might have been partially blocked by Riggs. It's no good by Rigatuso. Rebound out to the Maroons, and here's Keel in the front court. Dowling by 3. 3 minutes remaining. Dribble drives in the lane, gets it out to Daniel. Daniel to Riggs, and he tipped out of bounds. They say it went off of Riggs. Good help defense that time by Rigatuso of Lewis Central.
I'm impressed with Lewis Central's zone, Mark. They're very active. Sometimes there's a tendency to sort of stand around in a zone. Lewis Central not doing that. Very active with their hands and forced a number of turnovers for the Dowling Maroons tonight.
Our substitution for Lewis Central is sitting down as Thomas Fedoni. And checking in for the first time tonight for Lewis Central is Brady Miller, coach's son, and now Miller dribbles around. He loses out of bounds. He took it from the left wing, went down the right side of the lane, and lost it out of bounds.
The benches seem to get a little shorter, Mark. I mean, this is our first subs that came in with about 2:45 to go in the first quarter. So normally Dowling very frequently subs, but not in tournament time.
Now Riedel in for Dowling, and on the baseline. A shot by Riggs, no good. Tried to launch from about 5 feet on the right side on the baseline. Couldn't get it to fall, and the rebound out to Lewis Central. 5-2 Maroons, 2:15 remaining in the first quarter. Low scoring first quarter thus far. Cole Drummond with it, guarded by Keel. Dowling stays man-to-man. Maroons' largest lead is right now at 3. Lewis Central led by 2. Now a backdoor cut. The pass intended for Fedoni, and a whistle and a foul as Dowling with the steal by Keel, and a foul at half court on Lewis Central's Cole Drummond.
That's just a great job by Michael Keogh with the steal. It was fantastic defense. He almost had a 5-count, Mark. Then he got the steal along with his charge, already playing a great floor game from your point guard.
And now checking out for Lewis Central, Brady Miller, who just checked in, will check out, as will Cole Drummond. And checking back in is Noah Rigatuso, the 6'5 senior. Dowling with the inbounds underneath Ballou. Omaha shot up and no good. Gets his own rebound. A head fake and reverse layup, no good. Drew the foul, and that'll be on Fedoni. And if that's the case, that'll be his first.
Mark, I loved that Omaha Ballou took that ball and split the zone and was aggressive driving in. I think he can do that. There are gaps in this zone, and if he will be able to put the ball on the floor, he's so long and so tall he can get a shot off. That's how they need to attack this.
So Omaha Ballou at the free throw line. Dowling leading 5-2, and the first free throw no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by our good friends at Ashworth Vision Clinic, construction professionals. Our thanks to Kemen and Dental Associates. Reminder, all three-point baskets sponsored by Toomey & Sons. You can order takeout tonight, 515-282-7976. Mark Amadale, Mike Swain here at the Dowling Gym. Boys sub-state basketball. Second free throw by Ballou is good. That's his first point of the night.
We're going to see a little press here from Dowling. First time we've seen this tonight. Omaha Ballou leading that point.
And the only way you can do it is on a made basket.
Yeah, that's right.
They got a made free throw.
And they force a turnover.
Yeah, Rigatuso's pass to Logan Miller.
Well,
Logan Jones out of bounds.
Very surprised. Lewis Central had two of their bigger guys in the backcourt. The point guards were down on the other end. So not great as far as that press break.
That's the first time Dowling showed it tonight. Maroons by 4. Minute 35 remaining, first quarter. Dowling with the ball.
Missed Omaha Ballou wide open at that free throw line extended area.
Yeah, gaps in the zone. The Maroons just got to see that. Now underneath is Keel. Bounce pass underneath the Riggs. It's out of bounds. They say it'll be Dowling basketball. Checking into the lineup for Lewis Central will be Jake Duffy, number 31, 6'9 sophomore, and he will replace Thomas Fedoni.
And they substitute height with height.
Even more height, but young. They give up experience there as Duffy is a sophomore. Maroons will inbound it. Riedel will throw it in to the right of his basket, over in the corner to Keel. Won't shoot the three in the left baseline, and he'll dribble it out. Skip pass over to Riedel. 2-3 zone still in play. Underneath, they try to get it to Keel, and it's stolen away by Lewis Central, and a shot up and no good, and a whistle and a foul called on Dowling on the layup attempt. That's no good by Lewis Central, and this foul will be on Matt Riedel, his first.
Well, that time, errant pass. A cutting Michael Kehoe was open, but against that front line down in that zone, he's not going to be able to do anything with it. Rather see him just swing that ball, move the defense.
Jonah Pomeranke, 5'11 junior, in for Lewis Central. At the free throw line is Easton Dermody, and he hits the first free throw. That's his first point of the night. He's a 74% free throw shooter. Easton, the son of athletic director Jim Dermody. Second free throw good for Lewis Central. He's got 2 points. 6-4 rather is our score. Dowling by 2. As substitution for Dowling, Matt Stillwell will check in. Omaha Blue will check out. So let's set the Dowling lineup. Joe Strackel now in for Dowling. So it's Strackel and Drew Daniel along with Matt Riedel, Matt Stillwell, and Ryan Riggs. And Lewis Central stays 2-3 zone even with the substitutions here, Mike.
Well, I think you've held Dowling to 6 points here in this quarter, so you stay with what's working.
All right. Stillwell lost the basketball, dribbled inside, now kicks it back out to Stracco. He goes in the lane, his shot up, and good! He went right over the big guy in the middle that time, Jake Duffy at 6'9", and Joe got it to fall.
Just a little float. You draw it up, Mark.
So big basket by Joe Stracco, and it's 8-4 Dowling with 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Lewis Central, Easton Dermody between the circles, guarded by Stillwell. And near still by Stracco, and they say it went off with Joe out of bounds, but nearly tipped out of bounds by Pomeranke, who was near the ball. It'll be Lewis Central ball. They'll throw it in right in front of the Dowling bench to our right with 32 seconds remaining. Inbounding the ball is Rigatuso. Gets it into Fedoni and gets back to Rigatuso. Possession arrow favors Lewis Central. And wanting to hold for the last shot. And they get it out to Dermody. Easton with it between the circles. 8-4 Dowling with 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Boys sub-state semifinal from the Dowling gym. Wow. Now a long three by Easton Dermody. No good off the back iron. Rebound Riggs. Outlet pass to Riedel. He has time. Long three up and no good. And we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 8. And Lewis Central of Council Bluffs 4, along with Mike Swain, Mark Amadeo, back in 1 minute with the start of the second quarter. You're listening to Boys Sub-State Basketball on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you, construction professionals, for underwriting our show, Man Up, heard Mondays at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Construction professionals have been long supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio, and we've seen their work. It's beautiful.
They do remodeling or new construction that is innovative, functional, and designing what you want. It's a family business built on a strong foundation to create a new or remodeled home that is uniquely yours.
CPCustomHomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless. Thank you, construction professionals.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling gym. Is about ready for the second quarter. It's 8-4. Dowling leading Lewis Central at Council Bluffs, and Dowling having some opportunities offensively against the 2-3 zone. Mike, what do you see? See if anything changes here, how Dowling attacks the 2-3 zone by Lewis Central.
Well, there are certainly gaps in that zone, Mark, and Omaha Blue exploited that gap. I think there's been a couple times where they've been able to work the ball around and then isolate Ryan Riggs down on that block. So they need to continue to go inside. There were a couple flashes where Drew Daniel and Omaha Blue were free throw line extended. That really puts stress on that zone. I think they need to do a better job of finding those guys in that spot.
All right, Lewis Central will have the basketball first as they inbound the ball, and we're underway here in the second quarter. Mark Amadeo, Mike Swain here on Iowa Catholic Radio as we got an update from Council Bluffs, and Urbandale leading Abraham Lincoln 13-6, and now Lewis Central takes the ball down And Rigatuso tries to drive it, and it's blocked out of bounds by Dowling. What a move.
That was a wall of Maroons led by Riggs and Omaha Blue on that block. So great help side defense.
And they did it without fouling. That's amazing. But how about Urbandale leading the 7th-ranked Council Bluffs Lincoln, and now Lewis Central works it inside and scores.
Logan Jones, only his third three-pointer
of the year.
On the year, Mark, steps out and nails it. So.
And that was his first basket tonight. Dowling with the ball. They lead 8-7, and here's Omaha Blue underneath. His shot is blocked out of bounds. Nice job by Fedoni. The nation's top tight end in high school football, and just a junior, blocks Omaha's shot.
Even though that was a good block by Lewis Central, I love Omaha Blue taking the ball off the dribble that way and attacking that zone.
Dowling inbounds the ball. They lead it by 1. It's Stracco, Drew Daniel, Ryan Riggs, Matt Stillwell, who has the ball in the lane. Stillwell jump stop, and his shot with the left hand. Good! He went right around Rigatuso and Fedoni.
That was a great move by Matt Stillwell, and good to see him get off that scoring snide. Feels like he hasn't scored forever in that Southeast Polk game, and then this one.
And Omaha Blue, the 5th player. So as I mentioned, Stracco, Stillwell, Blue, Daniel, and Riggs, the 5 on the floor for Dowling. There's Drummond with it. Now dribble handoff to Rigatuso. Leaves it for Fedoni. They get it inside to Logan Jones, right block. He won't shoot it. And now Fedoni will from the free throw line. Shot's no good. Rebound Dowling and Stillwell. Maroons lead it 10-7. Stillwell in transition. In the corner, Stracco for 3. It's up and off the back iron, no good. Stillwell, hustle rebound, and put back up and in. And Dowling just a step quicker right now.
Dowling's doing it on the offensive end on the boards, and on the defensive end, they're only holding Lewis Central to 1 shot now. Mark, they're doing a great job right now on rebounding.
12-7, Dowling. The Maroons' largest lead is right now at 5 points over Lewis Central. The Titans from Lewis Central Council Bluffs, record of 14-7, or 14-8, excuse me. They were 11-1 in the Hawkeye 10 conference. Dowling's record 14-7. They were 6-4 in the Central Conference of the CIML. 5:50 remaining, second quarter. Dowling by 5, and Lewis Central now getting a little bit more patience, almost like the 4 corners, but there's a little bit more movement than a 4-corner offense for stall.
It looks like they're relying a lot on called sets.
And they are. Long 3 up, or long 2-pointer, no good by Logan Jones. Dowling with the rebound.
Good decision that time by Matt Stillwell. Nothing there against the taller Jones.
All right, Stracco dribbles inside, leaves it for Riggs. His shot up and no good, left it short. And a rebound out to Lewis Central. Nice job by Rigatuso, and he drew the foul to be on Stillwell, and on Matt, his second.
Yeah, and right away, we're going to see Matt Riedel in for Matt Stillwell. They cannot afford to have him pick up another foul.
So with 5:18 remaining here in the first half, Dowling with a 5-point lead, but Stillwell on the bench for Dowling with 2 fouls. Rigatuso playing with 2 fouls for Lewis Central here, though, Mike.
That's exactly right.
All right, here is Cole Drummond with it at the right elbow. Nearly had it picked clean by Stracco, who's really given Dowling a nice spark off the bench tonight. Right side it goes to Logan Jones, guarded by Riggs. Now they move it out top to Fedoni.
Dowling's defense really doing a good job, Mark. They're getting out in passing lanes, really bothering the ball handler, and there's a turnover.
Yeah, bad pass that time by Easton Dermody, as his pass intended for Cole Drummond right in front of the Dowling bench, knocked away.
This defensive effort is something we didn't see against Southeast Polk the other night. Clearly, the message was drilled into these guys. You got to win this game with defense.
This reminds me of the defense that Dowling played at Ames when they got that 25-point win on the road at Ames. They weren't going to let Ames dictate the tempo. Now a corner 3 up and no good. And how about the weak side slam by Omaha Blue?
Look at this, the Dowling fans. I mean, that was unbelievable. A putback jam, and Lewis Central looks rattled. Wow.
They had to find the ball because the ball was knocked into the hallway. What happened? Drew Daniel, corner 3 from the left side, no good. Ball bounced high. Baloo timed it, and he flushed it through with the right hand. He came from the right side of the basket.
Unbelievable athletic play, Mark. That gym went crazy.
And the Maroons may feed off of that. As for Baloo, that's his 3rd point. Now a steal by Dowling. Riedel for 3, and it's good. And now the momentum has really switched. And a full timeout called by Lewis Central as Matt Riedel, a Toomey and Sons three-pointer, and all of a sudden Dowling by 10, 17-7. We'll take a 1-minute break and return to the Dowling Gym as the Maroons lead it 17-7 over Council Bluffs Lewis Central on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Chemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Chemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Chemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Chemin, using science to transform the world. Online at chemin.com.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
Welcome back to the Dowling Gym. This place just exploded. A Matt Riedel three-pointer and an Omaha Blue dunk, and Dowling by 10, Mike Swain.
Wow, and a little coaching going to a 3-2 zone here after Lewis Central called a timeout to try and design a play. So I already like the move by Coach O'Connor.
All right. Lewis Central catching the perimeter against Dowling's 3-2 zone. First time we've seen that tonight. Here's Easton Germany with the top of the key, gets it on the baseline to Rigatuso, and the ball kicked out of bounds and went off Drew Daniels' foot. Now, Coach, do you have a drill that you do in practice when you got a missed three-point attempt, ball goes high in the air? How do you teach a slam dunk rebound?
That's the thing. You don't teach that. That was unbelievable athleticism.
Omaha Blue with a slam dunk rebound basket, if you can call it that. Then the ball gets kicked into the other gym here at Dowling.
And so far, Mark, Dowling's 2 for 2 tonight on dunks.
On dunks, yes, they are. Riggs hit one earlier. 17-7, Dowling by 10, 3:15 remaining here in the first half. We have a special guest at halftime, folks. You have to stick around. Caitlin Clark, who is Dowling girls team, was eliminated on Tuesday night, will be our halftime guest. And Coach Swaim said he's got a few questions for her about the University of Iowa, something that he doesn't know a whole lot about, I guess. Now here's...
That's not true. My daughter is working for the University of Iowa Sports Marketing Department.
Yeah, but you haven't paid any tuition there. I know better. Now, Dowling with the ball. Corner three, no good by Drew Daniel. The rebound out to Lewis Central. Maroons by 10 with 2:45 remaining in the half. Here's Logan Jones with it, the University of Iowa commit. He and Caitlin ought to be introduced. They're going to know each other on campus in the athletic part. I'll tell you what, Logan Jones looked like Johnny Wagner, who's at the University of Iowa. We called a few of his games here.
That's right, no question.
Lewis Central being very patient. Dowling back to man-to-man. Jones on the right block, kicks it back out. Long three up and no good by Drummond, but the weak side rebound, Lewis Central and Rigatuso keeps it alive.
That's one of the first offensive rebounds Dowling has allowed, Mark, and they are getting hands in shooters' faces, really making it difficult. And you just start to wonder so far with this offense for Lewis Central, 10-point lead. At this point, that seems hard to overcome.
Yeah, they're very patient. They run a lot of screens, a lot of sets, and now a timeout called by head coach Dan Miller in his 20th year at Lewis Central. He wants a 30-second timeout with 1:57 remaining in the half, Mike. Dowling by 10, 17-7.
The Titans right now don't have anybody who can break you off the dribble. They are not getting any penetration into that lane, and so everybody's being guarded one-on-one. Dowling's getting out in the passing lanes, just really aggressive, and it's really making this offense really hard to run for Lewis Central.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, Two Rivers Glass and Door, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and R&R Realty Group. Reminder, the winner of this game will play the winner of the other semifinal game in Sub-State 8. Urbandale traveling to number 7, Council Bluffs Lincoln tonight. And at last report, Urbandale had the lead at the end of the first quarter. We'll get a halftime score from there. Lewis Central now will inbound the ball.
Dowling back to that 3-2 zone.
As they trail by 10. Yeah. Coach O'Connor and his coaching staff keep changing up things out of timeouts. And this time they go to a zone. They're back to that zone with Riedel at the top. Here's Logan Jones in the paint. Now he gets it back out as they try to find an opening in the Dowling 3-2 zone. Jones now over to Dermody. He'll launch a three. It's off the mark, no good. Weak side rebound by Rigatuso, and he loses the ball on the way up. That was Brady Miller with it. Now here's Dowling in transition, and now Ballou goes to the basket, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line for two as the Maroons ran their transition break.
Wow, that was a great decision by Matt Riedel on that break, Mark. Taking that ball into the paint and then seeing Omaha Ballou in that wing and getting a good pass so he can get in scoring position.
So Ballou back to the line tonight. He is 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Omaha with 3 points tonight. And the first free throw no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by our good friends at Ashworth Vision Clinic, Kemen, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Minute 24 remaining in the first half. Dowling 17 and Lewis Central of Council Bluffs 7. The winner moves on to Tuesday night. If Council Bluffs Abraham Lincoln is successful and they are the number 7 team in the state, if they defeat Urbandale, the game will be played in Council Bluffs at Council Bluffs Jefferson. And if Urbandale is successful, the game will be at a different site closer to here. So we'll find out. Second free throw good by Ballou.
Yeah, Dowling back to the press with Omaha and almost picked the pocket. Very close to a 10-second call. And they throw it away.
Yeah, Logan Jones throws in the backcourt, and it's over and back on Lewis Central as Logan Jones had it. He tried to feed it back to Drummond, and he lost it.
Second turnover, the Dowling's press has turned them over tonight. So good job recognizing that.
Dowling by 11. 65 seconds remaining here in the first half. Lewis Central staying in their 2-3 zone. Here's Riggs in the right baseline. His shot blocked from behind by Lewis Central's Thomas Fedoni.
Well, that was a great block by Fedoni, and you see how athletic he is, being able to go up against the 6'8 Riggs and put that thing into the stands.
Now they get underneath the Riggs, and his shot is blocked after Ballou had his shot blocked, believe it or not, by Fedoni. Rebound out to Lewis Central, and they have a little run out. Layup is up and good by Easton Dermody.
Wow, what a play by Fedoni. And now you're starting to see why Nick Saban is looking at this kid.
He may be here.
That was amazing.
A lot of SEC coaches have followed Lewis Central this year. They like flying into Omaha and watching Fedoni. He was excited. He blocked Ballou's shot, folks.
It was a great vertical. Just went straight up, Mark, and blocked a dunk. So some really athletic plays so far in this half. And Dowling holding here for one with 20 seconds to go.
Urbandale leading 20-14 at halftime at Abraham Lincoln Council Bluffs, the number 7 team in the state, and now a near steal by Drummond, as he almost got Keel caught at half court. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Dowling basketball. Maroons lead it 18-9 here with 12 seconds remaining, and Drew Daniel will inbound the ball to Keel. Here's Michael with it. He's double teamed. Now the ball nearly stolen away, now tipped away. Fought for on the floor, and we got to have a tie-up, and it'll be Dowling basketball on the jump ball.
Just a little unfortunate. Dowling with almost a turnover and then a turnover, and then now has to use the jump ball, so they won't have the ball coming out at half. And Coach O'Connor getting Stillwell on here with 4.5 seconds to go to see if they can maybe get a shot.
Matt playing with 2 fouls, but he'll be on the offensive end. 4.5 seconds remaining. How about Lewis Central jumping the first pass?
It was a good move.
And it kind of shocked Keel. Here's Stillwell in the lane. His shot up, and it's partially blocked underneath by Jake Duffy, who's in there for Lewis Central. And the shot's no good. And we go to halftime with Dowling Catholic leading Lewis Central of Council Bluffs 18-9 in this first half. And we're going to take a break. And Mike Swin, before we go to break, your thoughts on this first half thus far?
Well, I think Dowling's done a great job on the boards, both offensively and defensively. Defensively, they've also done a really nice job of getting hands in the passing lane, not letting Lewis Central get into that paint. Offensively, I'd like to see them, again, continue to be patient against that zone, attack those gaps, and really try and get the ball inside.
All right, Maroons led 8-4 at the end of the first quarter. They lead 18-9 here at halftime as they outscored Lewis Central 10-5 here in the second quarter. And again, our halftime score, Dowling 18, Lewis Central Council Bluffs 9. Boys Sub-State basketball. When we return, Caitlin Clark will join us here on as our halftime guest. We'll talk with the future University of Iowa product. Your daughter works there, huh?
Look at what I'm wearing here.
Oh, this is not, no.
Are you kidding me?
He's an Iowa State guy. Don't let him kid you, Caitlin. We'll get all that sorted out here in a moment. As along with Mike Swain, Mark Amadale, and along with Jeff Piggott, we'll be back with more on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Dowling Catholic Sports is provided by Two Rivers Glass and Door, creating commercial glass and aluminum storefronts. Also serving your home needs by creating custom frameless shower doors, mirrors, glass tabletops, and specialty glass. Two Rivers Glass and Door. Design, fabrication, and installation. 515-222-4860. Online at tworiversglass.com. Two Rivers Glass and Door. Serving imaginations since 1992.
Thank you to Tomia & Sons for your support of Dowling Catholic High School basketball. Tomia & Sons is an Italian family restaurant with old country authentic Italian food. Enjoy the local atmosphere where you may even spot a priest, politician, or even Willie Farrell. Take advantage of Tomia & Sons bocce ball court with the kids while enjoying Tomia's homemade bread, pasta, and real Italian homemade desserts. Tomia & Sons is located on Southeast 1st Street, just south of downtown Des Moines, and around the corner from Graziano Brothers. 515-282-7976, TomiaandsSons.net.
The home and away voice of Dowling Catholic Sports and Activities, Iowa Catholic Radio. KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
And welcome back to the Dowling Gym. Boys Sub-State Basketball, the semifinals, and we're at halftime. Dowling boys leading Lewis Central Council Bluffs 18-9 alongside Mike Swaim. I'm Mark Amadale, joined now by Caitlin Clark from the Dowling girls basketball team. Unfortunately, their season ended on Tuesday night with Sioux City East defeating Dowling and eliminating the Maroons from the postseason. And Caitlin Clark joined us, one of the captains, miss everything.
Yeah,
and
thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see that smile on your face. That wasn't the case Tuesday night.
Yeah, it took a couple days, but we're there.
Yeah,
it's all good now.
Let's bounce back. You know how many speeches he had to give in those locker rooms after his Lincoln teams lost?
He feels the pain.
It is. It's a tough thing to handle.
Well, Caitlin, what a career. And you look back, and it's hard to believe 4 years ago, you're this little freshman who played club ball, starting for Dowling, one of the best high school traditions here in Iowa. And here you are 4 years later, a senior, about ready to graduate, going to one of my favorite universities, University of Iowa.
Yeah.
Where's it all gone, kiddo?
It went way too fast, for one thing, but I don't know. There's just so many good memories in this gym especially, and I was looking back in my camera roll today and just seeing the gym packed was cool, and I'll definitely miss that for sure. But
well, once a Maroon, always a Maroon.
Oh, for sure.
And hopefully you'll make a trip back here when you can.
Yeah.
But I look back, and Mike can attest to this being a coach, you look back on the example that you set for the youngsters coming through, some of those kids in middle school right now. I want to be like Caitlin Clark. Some of the ones you played with, your teammates that you kind of grew together.
Yeah.
And, you represented the school very well. Yes, you're intense.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to win. I seen this guy coach. He's intense.
Yeah,
But when it all comes down to it, it's about the game, and you certainly respect the game, and you have worked on this game. This is something you're blessed with.
No, it's definitely something I love to do, and it's been fun this year, especially with so many younger girls on the team. That's kind of my role, just trying to bring them up, show them the ropes, kind of is what Meyer told me to do. And I think Meyer's also done a really good job of getting the DCBC program back to where it should be. It kind of faded away there for a while, so I think she did really well with that, and she asked me to help a lot with that, and I was always willing to go help, and it's just cool to see those kids so excited about Dowling basketball, and they really look up to you, so that's really cool to see.
Caitlin, just a two-part question from me. So give us sort of an overall view of how your off-season, before you go to Iowa, what are you going to do basketball-wise to get ready to transition to Division I basketball? And then secondly, have you had any conversations with Coach Bluder about things that she wants you to work on for possibly next year, getting ready to play in the Big Ten?
Right, yeah. I haven't asked Coach Bluder yet. That's actually on my checklist to do. Ask her kind of what I need to work on, what to work on with Kevin O'Hara, who I'll work out with this summer. He's kind of my guy that I've been working with for the past 2 summers for sure. He gets my shot good, ready to go. So that will be my main thing. And then obviously lifting and conditioning, because that'll be pretty intense once I get there. So just being ready in that aspect as well.
Any more tournament play for you
So I'll go to Chicago on March 25th, and I'm playing in an All-American game there. It's called the Jordan Brand Classic. It's a big one. And then from there, I'm flying to Houston, Texas to do the McDonald's All-American game, which is one of the biggest ones. So I'm really excited for that one. It's going to be really cool. And then from there, I'm flying to Atlanta, where the men's Final Four is, to do a three-point competition.
That
the high school
fantastic.
three-point. Yeah, so that should be really cool, too. I'm a little nervous because it's aired on CBS, but It's not live, but I'm excited for that one.
Well, that is, to be invited, first of all.
Yeah.
And you've done that with your Olympic, when you played in the Olympics and all that as a youth. And, Caitlin, your journey is just amazing. And for our listeners that don't know this, you're as your mother Ann takes a picture. How's your dad doing, by the way,
He's
at the
good.
scores
I think he's
table
nervous stopping and starting that clock. No, he loves it. He's doing good.
He's on the clock. We had O'Hare down there at the clock operator the other night, and I don't know how that went.
Oh,
Coach O'Hare, I don't know.
He was probably messing it up, knowing him. Never can get anything right.
Pose the picture, Swaymer. We got to look, because I'm sure that'll end up somewhere out there in the media. But Caitlin, you look back and the memories here at Dowling, and Mike mentioned a couple of them. You look back through your career, mentoring people, and being an example. And in the classroom, too, you're going to study business at Iowa, is that correct?
Yeah, probably. Maybe psychology or sports management or something.
We don't hear about what you're studying, because we know you're after that. But you look back and all the kids that you've been with, your friends you've made.
Yeah.
And remember, you were a freshman when juniors and seniors were that was their team.
Yeah.
And you had the same thing. You're a senior, and now you had freshmen that were helping you your last year.
Sure.
And I think your leadership is people kind of overlook.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we have to respect.
You. No, yeah. It's definitely come a long ways, and just to see my growth is what people say to me a lot, especially opposing coaches, is just to see how much I've grown, how much I've matured. And I think that means more than how much my game has improved. So I think that means a lot to me.
All right. So going to Iowa, going to root for Iowa.
Yeah.
When it's Iowa and Iowa State, when your mom and dad have to do the tailgate over in Iowa City, your brother's the holder for the Iowa State football team.
Yeah.
Coach Guest's son, who is walkie now at the state tournament, Coach Guest's son is the long snapper. You guys all tailgate together. That's going to be an interesting tailgate. A lot of colors there.
It's funny. They're great people. Coach Guest is probably one of my favorite opposing coaches for sure. But my parents always say they buy apparel that says Iowa State football and then Iowa women's basketball, so they don't have to buy just Iowa or just Iowa State stuff. They specify.
All right. A shout out there to the folks at the Dowling Nation that are listening to tonight's broadcast.
Yeah.
What do you want to say to them, and probably your final comments before you graduate?
Thanks for listening the 4 years. It's been fun. I'm sure Mark's had good things to say about me, so it's been awesome coaching against him and having him here all the time. But no, it's been really fun, and I'm thankful for all the memories I've made for sure.
You made a lot of them. It was our pleasure.
Yeah.
Carol down in Warren County. You know,
Yep.
your dad's at neck of the woods.
Yep.
Yeah, her team, St. Francis, beat my daughter's team, and
he's still salty about it.
It looks like he is.
Yeah.
I don't know why why'd you bring that up?
Still upset. I got to hit you with it whenever I can.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Caitlin, best of luck to you. Stay healthy.
Yep,
have fun in all these tournaments. We're going to be tuning in, right?
Absolutely. I can't wait to watch, especially that 3-point shot contest for the Final Four, Caitlin. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It should be good.
All right, well, root on the Maroons here in the second half.
I'm excited.
And keep an eye on the timekeeper down here.
I know,
Your dad.
I will. I'll keep him in line.
Caitlin Clark, thank you for all you've done.
Thanks for having me. It's been awesome.
Been awesome having her. We're going to take a break, come back for the second half. Dowling boys leading 18-9 over Council Bluffs Lewis Central here at halftime. We'll be back in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Let the message of Christ dwell among us as we teach and advise one another with wisdom through psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with grateful hearts. Hi, this is Tony Calumet, Iowa Catholic Radio's Executive Director. Thank you for your support in allowing us to connect listeners to Christ. Your financial support and prayers keep Iowa Catholic Radio on the air. Would you consider a $30 a month gift? You can give securely online at iowacatholicradio.com or through the Iowa Catholic Radio app. Thank you. Do you have a story? Well, God wants to hear it. Maybe you can't donate money or volunteer your time, but that doesn't mean that you can't evangelize for the Lord. Iowa Catholic Radio is on a mission of evangelization, and you can help by sharing your testimony with us. Just call 515-223-1150 and tell us how Iowa Catholic Radio has impacted your life. Or you can also email your testimony to contact@kwky.com.
And we're underway here in the second half, and Lewis Central with the basketball first in this boys contest. 18-11 is our score as they work it inside to Cole Drummond. Came off a flex cut from the left side, scored from the right block there, Mike.
Well, why wouldn't you do that? Southeast Polk made a living doing that against Dowling, and so a flex cut, Dowling doesn't handle it well, and an early basket. Great start for Lewis Central.
Underneath, Dowling works it inside to Riggs, and he gets around his defender and shoots and scores. So
that was great patience against that zone, getting Riggs right where he wanted the ball.
Riggs with 4 points. Matt Stillwell with 4 points. Now a jumper in the lane. It's no good by Thomas Fedoni of Lewis Central. Fedoni in that first half with just 2 points. 20-11, Dowling by 9. The Maroons have led by as many as 11 tonight. Here is Keel, bounce pass in the lane to Omaha Blue. Gets it out to Stillwell. He dribble drives the lane, shot with the right hand. Up and good. Everything worked that time. Good job by Ballou. He did not have a shot, and he kept the play alive.
Good job. Coach Miller not happy that he thought Omaha Ballou was 3 seconds. I thought it probably had a valid argument there. But nonetheless, Stillwell penetrates and gets a slashing bucket.
All right, here's Lewis Central. Long three up and no good by Easton Dermody.
Another
the rebound comes out to Michael Keel. He leads the fast break, has the ball tipped from behind by Cole Drummond of Lewis Central, but gets it back, and the Maroons will run their half-court offense against the Lewis Central 2-3 zone as Dowling goes left to right towards the north basket here at the Dowling gym. Ballou spins in the lane, kicks it out to Drew Daniel. He won't shoot the three, and Dowling will reset.
And that's all right. Again, Omaha Ballou penetrating off the dribble, really putting stress on that zone. Good decision by Drew Daniel. If he doesn't have it, just work it around.
Here's Stillwell with it, works the left wing, now dribbles to the top of the key. Leaves it for Ballou for three. It's up, missed everything, no good. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Lewis Central basketball.
Way off on that attempt, but again, I do like the patience that Dowling is showing. And you just wonder when Lewis Central is going to have to come out of this zone and put a little bit more pressure on Dowling if they don't cut into this lead, Mark.
Dowling 22, Lewis Central of Council Bluffs 11 here on Iowa Catholic Radio. The Titans have it. On the baseline is Logan Jones, and a whistle and reach-in foul on Dowling. They may get Riggs for this.
I think they've got Keogh.
Oh,
Michael Keogh with the reach, Mark, and
his
really not
foul.
Necessary. I didn't think Jones was going to do anything with it.
Yeah, he was actually dribbling away from the basket, and now they inbound the ball to Jones, and Riggs wasn't watching. He might have had a hand in that.
Sloppy pass.
22-11, Dowling underway here in the third quarter. 5.5 minutes remaining. I want to thank Caitlin Clark for being our halftime guest tonight on Iowa Catholic Radio. Scored over 2,500 points, led the school record in rebounds, and now a shot, reverse layup, no good by Rigatuso, blocked by Ballou.
Well, a lot of contact, but the officials have been pretty consistent on that.
And now the other way we go, and now the Maroons lose the ball, and now Keel with the steal. Michael with it. He dribbles down court, saves it underneath the steal wall, and it's stolen away by Easton Dermody. Here's Drummond with it. Lewis Central now.
Yeah.
Gets
end-to-end action here, and I think they've got some blood maybe. I'm not sure exactly. I don't know if it was a contact or they stopped the clock, Mark, with no timeout, so I'm not really sure.
This is officials' timeout.
Yeah.
Logan Jones left the court. I don't know if he twisted his ankle or what, but he's sitting down, and they just subbed somebody in for him, so it was not a timeout.
Oh, yeah, something to follow.
22-11 is our score. Jones just sitting on the Lewis Central bench, doesn't want a trainer. Now in the lane, down court, layup is up and good by Rigatuso.
And that's what Lewis Central has to do. They've got to put the ball on the floor, get inside the paint, and attack this Dowling defense.
Rigatuso with his first basket of the night. 22-13, Dowling by 9. 4.5 minutes remaining, third quarter. Dowling's leading scorers. It's Matt Stillwell now with 6 points. He had 4 at halftime. And now a corner three by Stillwell. It's good! To me and Sons three-pointer by Matt Stillwell. Corner three right side. And now a turnover by Lewis Central.
Wow, that's a big sign when if Matt Stillwell can somehow find a three-point shot, that will make this Dowling offense very potent.
Stillwell with 9 points. Stracco off the bench with 2. 4 points for Ryan Riggs now. 3 points for Matt Riedel. And 4 points for Omaha Ballou. The Maroons were 2 of 4 at the free throw line in the first half.
Not a lot of movement right now with the Dowling offense. Nobody getting to that sort of high post area. There's Omaha now.
Dowling by 12. This is their largest lead of the night over Lewis Central. And now Keel for three, and it's good. And a timeout called by Lewis Central. Michael Keel with his 11th three of the year. And Dowling now extends its lead to 28-13. We'll keep it here, Mike Swain, with 3:44 remaining here in the third quarter. Dowling by 15 over Lewis Central.
Well, Dowling is, again, being very patient. They're moving it from end to end. And when you are getting guys wide open, okay, and there's not any kind of a defender within 5 feet, that's a much easier three-point shot to take. And so far we've seen Matt Stillwell knock it down, Michael Keough knock it down, and now we've got a 15-point lead. And so far with this Lewis Central offense, I'm not really sure where the points are going to come, Mark.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, R&R Realty Group, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Two Rivers Glass and Door. As we mentioned earlier, Urbandale leading 7th-ranked Council Bluffs Lincoln at halftime, 20-14. The winner of that game will play the winner of this game on Tuesday night.
Well, that's a surprising score there. Obviously, a lot of basketball left to play, so but something to follow for sure.
All right, Lewis Central will inbound the ball. They got to go to the length of the court, and that gives Dowling a chance to get their press in. One is it man-to-man? It's man-to-man press here, Mike.
Yeah, normally it's been that zone with Omaha Blue running the point, but a little bit. Oh, and they're having that's a 5-second count.
Lewis Central.
Boy, another turnover by the Dowling press.
And they couldn't get it in. They tried to lob it in. Rigatuso throwing it in against Ballou, and he couldn't do it.
I just love the look that Coach O'Connor gave. You know, they haven't shown that all game, and now they go to a man-to-man press, deny the inbounds.
Now a lob pass underneath the Riggs, and he hits the floor, and the ball is loose and picked up by Rigatuso. Thomas Rigatuso slams it home, takes it coast to coast.
That was fantastic.
How about that for a junior All-American that every Power 5 conference wants for a tight end, and he goes coast to coast.
Yeah, sign me up. I'm on his bandwagon. That was fantastic.
Dowling the other way. Daniel for three, good. Drew Daniel with his second to me and Sons three-pointer of the night. He's got 6 points. 31-15 Dowling with 3:05 remaining in the third.
Some of the athletic plays that we have seen in this game, Mark, and there's another Lewis Central turnover. But between Omaha Ballou and Thomas Fedoni, my Lord. It's just been one great play after another.
Unbelievable. Fedoni took it coast to coast, and now substitution is Michael Keough will sit down. And you look at the fouls, Mike. One team foul in the second half. One on Dowling, none on
I love
Lewis
it.
Central.
And I think this is how games should be played. I told you, Mark, you and I both knew these officials were going to be good. And this is exactly what you want in tournament games.
Here's Omaha Ballou with it. Tried to pass out of it at the right elbow, and he was double-teamed, but finally got it out to Stillwell, Stracco, Drew Daniel, the three guards with Omaha Ballou and Ryan Riggs on the floor for Dowling. 2:45 remaining. Stracco with it. Dribble drives on the left side. Lisa for Daniel. Can't get a shot off. Good coverage that time by Drummond. Skip pass in the corner to the right side to Stillwell. Now in the corner to Stracco for three. Good! Great ball movement by Dowling and another to me inside
that was fantastic, Mark. Attacking the zone and then kicking it out the other side. Wide open three for Stracco. And how about Stracco off the bench tonight, Mark?
Yeah, you just said it. Stracco with the steal. It's a 2-on-2 fast break. Joe dribbles baseline. Leaves it for Daniel for three in the corner. It's off the mark, no good. Ball slapped around. Stracco has it. Joe dribbles baseline. Puts it up. It overshoots everything, but taps the ball out, keeps it alive, and the Maroons will run their half-court offense with 2 minutes to play in the third.
Wow, this has been an entertaining game so far, Mark. The score doesn't reflect it, but a lot of nice plays by both teams.
Here's Stillwell. Dribble drives on the left side. Shot off the glass. Up and good. Finally got it to fall through. And that's the dribble drive I was talking about by Matt Stillwell.
Wow, and how about Logan Jones still not in, Mark? So right now Lewis Central really struggling without their athletic center on the floor.
Lewis Central with the basketball. This is Easton Dermody. Steps out beyond the three-point arc. Won't shoot it as Stillwell closed in. Leaves it for Drummond on the baseline left side. Minute 25 remaining. Dowling 36. Lewis Central 15. Dowling by 21, the largest lead of the night right now for the Maroons. The minute 15 remaining in the half.
There's just no room even for them to shoot. And another steal by Stracco.
Stracco got it, stole it away from Drummond, and then Ballou had it, and he lost it.
I think Omaha Ballou had ideas of maybe the reverse LeBron dunk that time, and just a little antsy dribbling it off his leg.
Minute 10 remaining in the third quarter. Dowling by 21, 36-15 over to Lewis Central. Mark Amadale, Mike Swaim. The winner moves on to Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. And if it's Council Bluffs Lincoln, That game will be played in Council Bluffs at Jefferson High School. If it's Dowling and Urbandale, it'll be played at a site to be determined. So either way, we'll have the game Tuesday night if the Maroons can hold on here. 50 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And you got to think Lewis Central's got to come out of that zone sometime, Mike.
I totally agree, Mark.
And another steal by Stracco. Bad pass by Dermody, and Joel dribbled in the front court. Stracco guarded by Rigatuso, who tried to steal it. Maroons may play for the last shot. Possession arrow favors Dowling, too.
Here comes Lewis Central now. They're going to go man.
Here's Riggs with it. Beyond the arc. Leaves it for Riedel. Matt with it. Dribbles to the left side. And now Maroons are just playing content. A little three-guard weave now for Dowling. 20 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Riggs with it beyond the arc. Gets to Omaha Ballou. Omaha looking for a ball string. Gets in the lane. Leaves it for Riedel for three in the corner. It's in and out, no good. Tip up and no good by Drew Daniel. But a whistle and a foul. Foul called on Lewis Central.
Mark, how many times have we seen white shirts going after an offensive rebound, something we didn't see at all against Southeast Polk? So that was just a great follow by Drew Daniel.
Foul will be on Thomas Fedoni. That'll be his second. He has 2 points tonight. 36-15 Dowling, and Drew Daniel at the free throw line with 6.5 seconds remaining. Drew will have 2 free throws here. He already has 6 points tonight. First one up and good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by the Catholic Tuition Organization, R&R Realty Group, Mercy One, and Two Rivers Glass and Door. Second free throw is up and good by Drew Daniel. That 8 days off helped him find his stroke. And now 5 seconds remaining. Corner three up and no good at the horn by Easton Dermody. And we've come to the end of the third quarter here at the Dowling Gym. Sub-state semifinal game. And it's Dowling 38, Council Bluffs Lewis Central 15. Along with Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale back with the fourth quarter in 1 minute on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Dowling Catholic Sports 365 is provided in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic with 2 licensed optometrists, Barbara Sheets, a Dowling Catholic graduate, and Dr. Todd Pedig. The Ashworth Vision Clinic team provides complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and pre- and post-operative care. Ashworth Vision Clinic is located at Ashworth and 60th Street in West Des Moines. 515-440-4610. Online at ashworthvision.com.
The Catholic Tuition Organization provides the best tax savings over any other charitable giving in the state. 65% of your contribution directly reduces your Iowa income tax liability. Plus, there are still federal deductibility options to further save on taxes. Find details online, ctoiowa.org. All this for the kids and their future.
The home and away voice of Dowling Catholic sports and activities, Iowa Catholic Radio. KWKY Des Moines, K233BT Des Moines, KIHS Adel.
And welcome back to the Dowling Gym alongside Mike Swaim. Mark Amadale as we're underway here in the fourth quarter. Dowling with a 38-15 lead over Lewis Central. The Maroons outscore Lewis Central 20-6 in that third quarter, Mike.
Dominant quarter, both defensively and on the boards, and they really took advantage of some key three-point shots.
There's Stracco with it, and he's fouled from behind by Pomeranke, who's in there. Jonah Pomeranke, the junior, picking up the foul. And that's something we didn't see a whole lot of in that third quarter. Only 2 fouls called, and now that is the second team foul on Lewis Central right now.
Mark, I expect a much more aggressive Lewis Central team to get out, and you've got to probably foul anyway, so I would be aggressive going for steals.
And now a corner three by Daniels, no good, and now we're going to have a slam dunk by Lewis Central, and he flushed it through. How about that, Fedoni, one of the top tight ends in the country. We've had 5 dunks tonight, Mike.
He took off from about 4 feet outside the basket there, so that was really nice.
That's his 4th point.
And now we got a double team. This is good by Lewis Central. I think this is exactly what they've got to do.
38-17 Dowling. And now Lewis Central having to come out of that 2-3 zone. They sat in it for 3 quarters, and now they're going to be exposed here a little bit. And in the lane, a dribble, a teardrop shot, no good by Matt Stillwell of Dowling. The rebound out to Lewis Central.
Well, now can Lewis Central convert, Mark, on this end? They've had so many problems trying to score.
Titans have it. A long 3 coming. It's up by Fedoni. It's no good. Rebound Stillwell on Dowling.
Yeah, another good rebound that time by Dowling. Just have owned the boards tonight.
They certainly have. And now here is Ballou with it, and he travels before he attacks the glass, so a turnover against Dowling. Now substitutions now for both teams. And it'll be Lewis Central basketball.
Now, a couple turnovers by Dowling early on in this quarter.
Jake Duffy in for Lewis Central, the 6'9 sophomore. Now a three-pointer from the right side, no good by Pomeranke.
That didn't even draw iron.
The junior, and the rebound out to Dowling. 38-17 Maroons. Maroons by 21.
Dowling just going to make Lewis Central chase a little bit.
Here's Keel with it. And why wouldn't he? You
got to be careful. You can't just leave. They're double teaming that, and Keel just sort of turned his back, Mark. Got to be aware.
And where's the worst place to get double teamed? Right on the sideline. Either one. Or half court. Here's Stillwell with it. Matt in the lane, and he draws the foul. Hits the deck. The foul will be on Jonah Pomeranke, the 5'11 junior. Wearing number 10. Commits his second foul. Team foul number.
The officials are talking whether this is going to be on the floor. Yeah, I thought that's a good call. His partner came in and said that was a pass, no shot, so Dowling will have to inbound the ball.
Dave Rittman, the crew chief on this refereeing crew, Johnny Getting and Will Dotson, our three-man crew. Congratulations to them. Maroons on the inbounds play, they get it inside to Stillwell, who was wide open for the basket.
Wow, you've got a Lewis Central team that primarily has played zone, Mark, and that time just a poor job defensively out of man-to-man.
Stillwell with 13 points. And Dowling's now lead is 23, 40-17 over Lewis Central. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Now underneath, a shot by Rigatuso is no good, and a foul on Dowling, and free throws coming for Rigatuso of Lewis Central. This foul will be on Matt Riedel, his second. Michael Connor right in front of us. Didn't quite like that positioning by the Dowling defense. Nobody came over and helped.
There was nobody taking up that baseline, and he's letting them know.
Free throw is good by Rigatuso. He has 5 points tonight. Noah Rigatuso, 6'5 senior. And the second free throw is no good, and we've got.
I think they're going to get Fedoni.
Fedoni off the ball.
He just sort of shoved Drew Daniel out of the way.
That'll be his third foul. 14 foul on Lewis Central. And Rigatuso's the young man who's going to play college ball at the JUCO level or the NEI level, according to his head coach, Dan Miller. But the one true basketball player out here is him.
Well, he's got great size and a good athlete, so he needs to work a little bit on his shot, but plenty of time for that.
Dowling gets it across the timeline as Lewis Central now trying to gamble a little backdoor cut. Layup good by Keogh. And a pass from Stillwell. He broke everything down again.
Well, that's what happens. If you can't get that initial steal on that double team, it really puts pressure on that defense if you can put the ball on the floor and attack. And great job by Michael Keel cutting to the basket.
So Michael Keel with his fifth point. Under 5 minutes to play. Dowling 42. Council Bluffs, Lewis Central 18. Now a pull-up jumper is no good by the Titans. Rigatuso on the miss and a whistle and a foul.
I think they're going to get Jake Duffy.
It is.
On
Duffy.
a rebound. He was holding Riggs that time.
That'll be his first foul for the 6'9 sophomore for the Titans. Maroons will inbound the ball, and man-to-man pressure, full court pressure by Lewis Central here.
Well, Dowling hasn't turned it over, but they certainly haven't. It hasn't been an easy job getting it across.
They've gotten themselves in some situations near the sideline.
Yeah.
Now they get it across the timeline. Daniels double team. Gets it back to Stillwell. Underneath to Riedel, layup good. Good pass by Matt Stillwell. He found Riedel open underneath, his fifth point.
Wow, that was just really good vision that time by Matt Stillwell.
Now Lynch is about ready to check in for Dowling. Andrew Lynch. Haven't seen him much of this contest, but he's going to check in for Riggs, who's played most of the game.
Yeah, no, Ryan Riggs has done a great job tonight, Mark. And again, benches get a little shorter with coaches in the postseason. That tends to happen. So.
That is so true. Remiss about that. You know that too. And you hate cutting somebody out who's been in the rotation for 20-some games. And now in the lane, a shot up and good by Dermody, and a whistle and a foul on Lewis Central. The foul will be on Dowling. They're going to get Drew Daniel for his first foul.
Well, there just has not been enough of that for Lewis Central. And I go back to that Logan Jones injury. Something must have happened, Mark, on the rebound, because he was sort of down on the sideline and then came running down, and then the officials stopped it. So I don't know if it was an ankle, but he has not been back in since then.
Dermody completes a traditional three-point play. He has 7 points for Lewis Central, and it's 44-21 Dowling. 4 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Maroons playing keep away, and Lynch's pass, kind of a no-look pass to Daniel, stolen away by Lewis Central. And now Keel knocks the ball out of bounds as Lewis Central the other way.
Rigattuso not happy. He thought Michael Keel was making a defensive play on the ball as a linebacker that time. Almost took him into the stands.
Yeah, that's something Michael's used to. So is half this Lewis Central team.
That's
You're
right.
talking about a football team. They brought them. And they had a nice year as they lost in the semis in the Class 3A. Now, a little scoop shot in the lane. It's no good by Rigattuso. Rebound Dowling. Stillwell, left-handed pass to Lynch. How'd he do that? All the way in the front court.
Wow, and the fans liking Andrew Lynch going between the legs with the dribble. So,
you do that in practice. You do that in practice. Dribble warm-ups before a game, before practice. Andrew could do that, playing tight end for Dowling. And now here's Riedel for three. Up good! He's feeling it tonight. Another me and Sons three-pointer. Matt Riedel, his 8th point.
Wow, nice job by Riedel. And it's good to see some of these guys getting hot at the right time, Mark.
Now the other way we go, and Lewis Central in the lane. And here's Pomeranke. He has the ball stolen away, and Stillwell with the shot up and good. Stillwell with his 15th point of the night. And it's 49-21. Other way we go, and a shot blocked by Drew Daniel. Lynch with the rebound. Dowling keeps it, and Coach Dan Miller, 5 players at the scorer's table, and they're going to concede. Dowling's going to advance to Tuesday night here. Mike Swain leading 49-21.
Really, after that first quarter, Mark, Dowling really played well and has really put this game away.
I'll tie up on the floor as Rigattuso ties up Drew Daniel, and
the official said something to Brady Miller that time. I don't know exactly what happened, but just a little bit of frustration.
Indeed, as Dowling now will empty their bench. For Lewis Central, Dylan Carroll in the lineup, number 3, 6'1 junior. Also in there, Jake Duffy, who's been in there tonight, 6'9 sophomore. Number 45 is Grant Bramer. How about this young man, Bramer, offensive lineman in football, is going to be a civil engineer, headed to the South Dakota School of Mines to play football. Offensive lineman.
That's fantastic.
Love that.
They're always the smartest guys, Mark. You know that.
Absolutely. Linemen always are. Now a shot blocked by Dowling on the shot by J.C. Dermody, who's in there for Lewis Central, a 5'8 sophomore. And let's see, Pomeranke is in there for Lewis Central and Dylan Carroll. Bramer. And now Lewis Central will inbound the ball. Throwing it in is J.C. Dermody. Lobs it into the civil engineer to be. And Bramer's pass underneath, knocked out of bounds by Dowling. Let's check the Maroons. Gregory in there along with Lynch. Lynch will stay. Bialzak in there for Dowling. Will Yergay in there, number 42. Simon Daniel in there for the Maroons. 49-21 Dowling, 2.5 minutes remaining. Now underneath, the Bramer shot off the glass, no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Mikey Chase in there. Leaves it for Simon Daniel. He won't launch the three, and the Maroons will just run their offense. The kids want him to shoot, of course.
Crowd really wanted Simon Daniel and Will Yergay to shoot.
And the bench did too.
Right.
Coach Nahas making sure he's got everybody in. Daniel leaves it for Bialzak underneath the Simon. His shot no good, and the rebound comes out to Jake Duffy. Lewis Central with it. Dylan Carroll shot up and no good. A foul on Lynch. The basket will count. And Andrew Lynch with his first foul. And free throws coming for Lewis Central with 1:52 remaining.
That was a nice job by Dylan Carroll finishing that basket with the Andrew Lynch foul.
Sam Hughes checking in for Dowling. He will replace Andrew Lynch. And I always like watching Coach Nahas, Dowling assistant coach, making sure, okay, I got everybody in. Anybody have 2 or 3 fouls? Anybody have 5 fouls? You go down there, and it kind of eliminates things. I love it. You assistant coaches are always work that way. Free throw by Carroll is no good. This is the traditional three-point play. Rebound Dowling. 49-23 Maroons. 1:40 remaining. Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln leading Urbandale 30-27 in the fourth quarter with just under 5 minutes remaining. And now a whistle as Dowling turns the ball over and a foul on the Maroons. They'll whistle Will Yergay for the foul as Jack Gregory set to check in along with Dylan Schmidt for Dowling. Simon Daniel will check out, and Adam Bialzak will check out for the Maroons.
Well, it's great that all of these guys are going to get a chance, Mark, to play in a postseason game like this. It's a great memory.
It's even better when it's at Wells Fargo when you can empty the bench on a big floor.
That is a nice feeling.
About 15,000 people. Minute 20 remaining. Lewis Central with the basketball. Dowling leading 49-23. Here's Duffy with it. Turnaround shot in the lane, no good with the right hand. A rebound out to Dowling. Here's Sam Hughes with it. He'll dribble in the front court. Maroons are actually running their offense. I like this. Nobody's trying to be too selfish and wanting to shoot the three like the fans want them to do and the bench wants them to do. They're running their offense. And now we got a foul. Dave Rittman says a foul on J.C. Dermody of Lewis Central. As a couple more players will check in. Wyatt Hatcher, the 6'3 sophomore for Lewis Central, will check in, along with Caden Souther, a 6'3 junior, as Dylan Carroll will check out, and so will Jonah Pomeranke for Lewis Central. Minute to play, and Dowling leading 49-23. Corner three up and no good by Will Yergay. Hasn't hit one this year. Looking for his first three. Rebound out to Lewis Central. The Titans running, and Bramer travels with the basketball.
Wow, the crowd really wanted it. Mark, nobody's left this gym. It's amazing. We've got a 26-point blowout, but this is still an entertaining game.
Yes, it is. And now Dowling with the basketball. And the ball tipped out of bounds by Lewis Central on the pass to Sam Hughes with 43 seconds remaining. So the Maroons are going to play in a sub-state final. And it's going to be a matter of, is it in Council Bluffs or is it somewhere closer? Depending on what Urbandale can do, if they can overtake Abraham Lincoln. And now dribbling down the lane, a shot no good by Will Yergay, and the senior gets to go to the free throw line. Wow. And don't be asking for any golf tips, Mike.
I'm wondering if is the crowd going to be louder for that Omaha dunk or for a Will Yergay free throw?
Oh, it's close. That Yergay or that Omaha dunk on the missed shot by Drew Daniel was something else tonight. Yergay's free throw no good.
Well, he's got to make one to see if we're going to get that that noise level up.
Yergay with the miss. Will, a 6'5 senior, outstanding golfer from the Dowling boys golf team. Second free throw, good. There you go. There's your crowd.
I think I'm going to give that one to Will.
30 seconds remaining. Dowling 50. Lewis Central 23. He's already been nominated the MVP.
Chance of MVP.
Yeah, well, Caitlin Clark's over there helping with that cheer. All right, here's Hatcher with it for Lewis Central. His shot no good. Rebound stretched out of there. Gregory comes away with this 6'9 junior for Dowling, and Maroons will walk it up, and Dowling's going to win it. With Maroons will just dribble it out. 50-23 will be our final score. Congratulations to Dowling Catholic, as head coach Michael Connor will take his team to the sub-state final on Tuesday night. The Maroons win it 50-23 over Lewis Central of Council Bluffs. They hold Lewis Central in the second half, Mike, to just 14 points. And I'm trying to think, I think 12 of those 14 points were 6 field goals and 2 free throws is all Lewis Central could muster in that second half.
Well, we have seen great defensive efforts, and we got one here, Mark. They made it tough for Lewis Central from the very beginning, and Lewis Central really had no answer. It was just a matter of whether Dowling's offense could be patient against that zone and take advantage of those gaps, and they did. And once that gap started to widen and that score started to widen, it really became tough for Lewis Central, and Dowling put them away.
They certainly did. Congratulations to head coach Michael Connor and Dowling Catholic. The Maroons improved their record to 15-7 on the season. And Lewis Central will close out their year with a record of 14-9. An update with just 2 minutes remaining. Abraham Lincoln leading Urbandale 37-35 over in Council Bluffs tonight. And the winner of that game will play Dowling on Tuesday night. We'll take a break and we'll go to our post-game show. We'll total up the numbers. Congratulations to the Maroons as they win 50-23 over Lewis Central of Council Bluffs. Alongside Mike Swaim, I'm Mark Amadale. Jeff Piggott, our studio producer. We'll be back with our post-game show in 1 minute here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Thank you, Construction Professionals, for your support of Dowling Catholic Sports 365. Construction Professionals is a family-owned business dedicated to our customers. Whether designing, building, or renovating, we are here to better serve you. Our passion for quality craftsmanship, paired with our dedication to creativity, result in a home that reflects your personality, style, and family function. Construction Professionals. Design, build, renovate. CPCustomHomes.com. From our family to yours, God bless.
Thank you, Dental Associates, for underwriting Dowling Catholic Sports 365. With over 40 years' experience, Dental Associates is a group dental practice with the mission of promoting optimum health and well-being to all patients, providing preventative, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry for the entire family. Message underwritten by Dr. Kenton Gleichman, Dr. Steve Karbaka, Dr. Christine Mulcahy, and Dr. Ben Nagel. Dental Associates, addressing your smile, needs, and dreams. Online at DesMoines-DentalAssociates.com.
And we're back here at the Dowling Gym. Final score: the Maroons defeat Lewis Central Council Bluffs 50-23 here on Iowa Catholic Radio. As the Maroons will advance to the sub-state final on Tuesday night. They'll play at 7 o'clock at, right now, a site to be determined if Abraham Lincoln of Council Bluffs hangs on and defeats Urbandale. The game we played in Council Bluffs at the other Council Bluffs school, and that is Thomas Jefferson. If Urbandale pulls out a victory, Dowling and Urbandale for the third time this year will be at a neutral site around the greater Des Moines area. Kind of depends on who's not playing that night. And we could throw out a bunch of sites, but at least they'll be in Des Moines, and it'll avoid us the 2-hour drive to Council Bluffs.
I was really hoping that KWKY was going to sponsor the corporate plane for us to fly over to Council Bluffs for that game.
This is year 39 for me on the Iowa Catholic Radio airwaves, Mike. I covered a few of your games, by the way, and no, there's no such thing as a corporate plane in Iowa Catholic. That is not in the budget. Not at all. Not at all. But good thought, though. Now, maybe your dad can come up with something. He's got those
frequent flyer
miles
That's
from
right.
here to Florida or wherever beach he happens to land on, and we get Mike Sr. to do that.
I like that idea. Let me work on that. Well, or we just have Urbandale win. Maybe that would help.
Well, that would help, too, and we're going back and forth. And, all right, we got Lynch and Company coming down. Sam Hughes, Andrew Lynch. Hey, nice job out there. Way to go. Oh, my gosh. We'll start. We're gonna start the post-game show in a moment. But Mike Swin, before we take a break and come back to these guys, what a game it was. I mean, it started out slow, 8-4 at the end of the first quarter, 18-9 at halftime. Dowling leading in both cases, but a very slow, kind of developing game.
Yeah, I think Dowling's defense set the tone early. I also think they did a great job starting out on the boards and not allowing Lewis Central to get any kind of rhythm. It was one shot and out. And then as they started to play that defense and those block shots and getting rebounds, then they were able to get out and transition. Ball movement, with the great ball movement came wide open threes, and then a credit to Dowling for knocking those threes down and really stretching this lead.
All right, we'll take a break, come back with interviews tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Dowling defeating Lewis Central of Council Bluffs 50-23. You may want to come up here and bless these guys, Father. That might not be a bad idea, and including Swain. We'll be back after these messages here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio's broadcast of Dowling Catholic sports and activities is provided by Chemin, a global ingredient manufacturer using science to transform the quality of life for 80% of the world. Chemin is on the leading edge of molecular science, manufacturing more than 500 specialty ingredients for the human and animal health and nutrition, pet food, aquaculture, nutraceutical, food technologies, crop technologies, and textile industries. Chemin strives to sustainably transform the quality of life every day for 80% of the world with their products and services. Chemin, using science to transform the world. Online at chemin.com.
Thank you to Mercy One for their support of Iowa Catholic Radio. From the cardiovascular experts at the Iowa Heart Center to the pediatric services of Mercy Children's Hospital and Clinics, Mercy provides complete care for Central Iowa's adults and children with more than 50 primary care and specialty clinics in the Des Moines area. Find a convenient Mercy One location near you. Online at mercydesmoines.org.
And welcome back to the post-game show here on Iowa Catholic Radio tonight. Dowling defeating Lewis Central Council Bluffs 50-23 to advance to Tuesday night, as currently Urbandale trailing by 2 with a minute and a half remaining, Mike, in Council Bluffs. So we'll get an update there. But Dowling advances, and We got a whole host of players coming up here. Dylan Smith's joining us. Sam Hughes. We're going to start off with Mr. Lynch. We talk him sometimes in football. Depends on how those tight ends react in football. But tonight, he didn't have to go in much because the zone that Council Bluffs Lewis Central was playing, he didn't need to spell Riggs and Daniel much. So, Andrew, welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Lynch, thanks for joining us tonight.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
How you like going on to moving on to the sub-state final?
I mean, it's a great feeling. It's good for those seniors because, I mean, they deserve everything. They work so hard, and so it's really all for them. They deserve it, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun, whoever we play.
Doesn't it seem like he's a senior? I know he's a junior, and we look forward to next year in football and basketball. It seems like he's a senior, Mike.
He's got that senior presence already about him, even though he's pushing those seniors. That's the good thing.
That's right. So you didn't get a whole lot of playing time tonight because of the zone that Lewis Central was running. How did you handle that when you did get it? You had to be ready.
Yeah, you had to be ready. You had to be, react to whatever they threw at you. So, I mean, you just practice like that. You practice hard all the time because you never know when you're going to get in. You never know what you're going to have to do. So,
well, you advanced to Tuesday night, and I know if it's going to be the Abraham Lincoln Council Bluffs team that's lost one game or playing Urbandale for the third time.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on playing that sub-state final? You went through it last year on the way to Wells Fargo.
I mean, it'll be fun. Whoever we play, I mean, it doesn't really matter who. We're going to come in with the same mindset to win, and that's really the only goal now. Beat whoever we play.
That's right, and stay healthy.
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
Mike and I were wondering who's been working with Omaha on those offensive rebounds.
The dunks?
Well, this one turned into a dunk. Was that the highlight of the night, you think?
I think it might have been highlight of the season. I've never seen anything like that.
Well, I don't know. Yurge got in and made the second free throw after he missed the first one, and the crowd gave him a standing ovation. Help us out.
I mean, it's just the energy and type of teammate he is. I mean, he deserves it. He deserves every bit of clapping that he gets. So,
we asked the coach last week who the dunk coach is at Dowling because for a while you guys were below 500 in converting dunks between Riggs and Omaha and Drew Daniel.
Yeah.
And I think you tried one early in the Ankeny game.
Yep.
So
I made it.
Who's the dunk? Who's been helping with the dunk coach? Any of the like Nahas or somebody?
I think it's Nahas. Nahas is always pushing us to dunk it in practice.
Does he give you any steps on like form, like high jumpers get?
No.
Maybe you should get your power foot here. Nope.
I think we're all better dunkers than he was. So.
Oh, that's for sure. He never flushed one down in high school. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
See that arc out there? That's as far as he got to the basket. Right in there.
I believe it.
All right, Andrew. Congratulations on the win tonight. We got to get your partners involved. We got 3 of them tonight. Is this Hughes?
Yep.
Oh my gosh! I saw this guy dribbling up court. I said, "Is the game over?" Sam Hughes is in. Sammy, welcome.
Thank you.
What do you think about this? You're playing for a sub-state final on Tuesday. You got to like that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
How has practice been this last 8 days? This got to be a long haul not playing. You're used to that Tuesday, Friday play, and now you had 8 days off. How'd that go? A lot of practice against these guys.
Yeah, I mean, we've just been working hard, just trying to get ready for this game, and worked out good.
So some challenging practices? I mean.
Mostly, we've been working hard and just getting ready for this game, scouting them, and all that.
Okay. Got to give a shout-out to somebody out there. Anybody, listening, like the old man or somebody?
Shout out to my dad, I guess. It was his birthday yesterday.
It was?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Swimmer?
So, and Dylan, you can maybe answer this too, either you or Sam. So, that Southeast Polk game, it was really difficult to watch, to play, I'm sure. And you guys had to wait 8 days. So how challenging was that to sort of refocus and then come out here and really come – I thought you guys just from the opening tip, you guys looked really laser-focused. Talk about some of the things you guys really were emphasizing in practice leading into this game.
Well, yeah, after Southeast Polk, we just had to move on. We couldn't, think about that too much. We just had to worry about the next opponent. And so we had to get ready for this game. We worked hard in practice. We scouted them really hard. We knew what to do, and it just was time to execute tonight.
They had a big front line. They went like 6'6" and 6'5", really athletic. But I thought you guys did a great job on the boards. What was said about rebounding and what a key that was going to be tonight all week?
Yeah, Coach really emphasized rebounding. They're a big team, and that was going to be a key to tonight's game, and luckily our guys locked in on that.
And Dylan, obviously with Lewis Central playing zone, and the scout team had to play simulate that, and that's tough to do when you don't have their Division I guys in football. You guys probably don't have that kind of size, but you had to simulate that for the first group. And talk about how that went for 8 days.
Yeah, so Coach Wagner really got us ready for that. He taught us, what to run and everything, and the guys just focused in and learned the plays and just worked on getting it done for the rest of the guys.
And we had Jurge roaming the paint.
That's where he hangs out.
Yeah, he got us ready.
Yeah.
Those golfers will hang out in the paint, all right. Yeah. He can make a 3-foot putt, but can he make a 2-foot basket? He made the second free throw, right?
Yeah.
So
Jurge sort of reminded you of Fedoni, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just how athletic.
Oh my
God.
Yeah, nice one, Swain. That's really good. That'll get them all. All right. Anybody want to give a shout out there, Dylan?
I want to give a shout out to my older brother. He came down from Ames to see this game.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Iowa State fan, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll keep you in our prayers. We had Caitlin Clark on at halftime. We're trying to get Iowa going here. All right, got to give it back to Lynch. He's a veteran. Andrew, who's your shout out tonight too? Because we do this in football, we do it in basketball.
I think I'll shout out my grandma. She's up in Fort Dodge watching or listening right now.
What's her name?
Mary Lynch.
Okay.
So she's up there watching. She couldn't be here tonight, but I know she's listening in. So shout out to her.
All right. So is she going to make the trip to Council Bluffs, or I haven't got an update here.
I hope so.
Nope. 42-35. Abraham Lincoln with the
right.
win over Urbandale. Urbandale's season done. So we're going to Council Bluffs on Tuesday night. So
Sweet.
She going to make the trip there? Fort
I hope
Dodge
so.
to Council Bluffs. I
have some family out there, so
good.
Hopefully we'll get a couple fans.
Well, Andrew, keep up the good work.
I appreciate it.
And,
Thank you.
Mike, he's one of these guys, multi-sport athlete, just like this Lewis Central team. All those football players, guys. I like how what their football coach tells them. He says, season's over. But, that guy's baseball, that guy's soccer, and they come and helped us get in the finals in football. The same with you guys. And, Andrew, you're one of those guys.
Thank you.
You appreciate that. It's not easy. Schoolwork, staying in shape, and figuring out which sport you're in, and dribble warm-ups.
That's right. I mean, Andrew went behind his legs through his legs tonight, and you got a big. The crowd went nuts.
I had to show off a little bit.
It looked good.
Was it Baloo's slam? Lynch's between the legs, or was it?
It was right here. This guy behind us. It was your game.
I think it was your
chance of MVP.
I'd say he was MVP.
I thought they were saying MVP to you when you went between the legs. That wasn't you, Andrew?
I think it was him.
That was your game?
Yeah.
Well, all right, guys. Congratulations. We'll see you in Council Bluffs Tuesday night. Thanks for being on. Appreciate it, guys. Best of luck. All right.
Good luck, guys.
We appreciate having those guys on as Andrew Lynch, along with Sam Hughes and Dylan Smith, joined us here on the postgame show. Dowling with the win tonight, 50-23, as we heard earlier. Appreciate Bill Watson, the athletic director at Urbandale. Abraham Lincoln at Council Bluffs, 42-35, a final as they defeated Urbandale. So it'll be Dowling taking on number 7, Council Bluffs, Abraham Lincoln. Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, we'll be at the other Council Bluffs school, Council Bluffs Lincoln, which is about 3 or 4 miles just off of I-80. I'll get you there, Swimmer. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. There might be a food plate. Might be a food stop on the way. I go there when I go to Iowa Western, so got an idea where that might be.
Art, this Dowling team has done a great job on the road this year, and so now they get a chance to go. Basically, it's going to be a road game in Council Bluffs, and they get an opportunity to win one game and go to Wells Fargo for the state tournament. So best of luck to them, and congratulations to Lewis Central on a good season.
Absolutely.
And we wish them the best luck going forward. A lot of athletes
no kidding.
On that team, and obviously they're going to be fun to watch.
Absolutely. All right. Swimmer, we'll talk to you on Tuesday night. Thanks for helping out tonight.
Sounds great, Mark.
Mike Swim, my broadcast partner, and that'll wrap up our broadcast tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio. We want to thank everybody involved with the broadcast. Again, Dowling advancing to the sub-state final in boys basketball as they will be playing on Tuesday night. And we'll be at Council Bluffs Jefferson High School as Dowling will take on Abraham Lincoln on a Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. And let's run down the scoring before we sign off tonight. For Lewis Central, they had nobody in double figures as they were held to 23 points tonight. Their leading scorer was Easton Dermody with 7 points, 5 points for Noah Rigatuso, 4 points for Thomas Fedoni, 3 points for Logan Jones, and 2 points each for Cole Drummond and for Dylan Carroll. The Titans of Lewis Central were 4 of 6 from the free throw line. For Dowling Catholic, the Maroons were led by Matt Stillwell's 15 points, 8 points each for Matt Riedel and for Drew Daniel, 5 points for Joe Stracco and 5 points for Michael Keogh, 4 points for Ryan Riggs, and 4 points also for Omaha Ballou, and 1 point for Will Yergay. Dowling was 5 of 8 from the free throw line. And the recap the scoring totals tonight. The Maroons got out to an 8-4 lead as Council Bluffs Lewis Central opened up in his zone and stayed in it most of the night. Dowling outscored Lewis Central 10-5 in the second quarter. The Maroons led at halftime 18-9. And then in the third quarter, the Maroons outscored Lewis Central 20-6. Dowling led 38-15 going into the fourth quarter. And the Maroons outscored Lewis Central in the fourth quarter 50-23 to win it by this. Or 12-8 rather, to win it by the score of 50-23. I want to thank Dr. Dan Ryan, the president of Dowling Catholic High School, along with athletic director Tom Wilson. Tonight it was Kristen Marr, the Dowling girls coach, who was the on-site administrator, as all the football coaches are at Prairie Meadows tonight for their high school football convention going on today and tomorrow. I also want to thank Father Ryan Andrew, the Dowling chaplain, for all his assistance throughout the year. Our studio producer tonight, the one and only Jeff Piggott. I want to thank Jeff for all his work. And our executive director of Iowa Catholic Radio is Tony Calumet. We want to thank the supporters and business underwriters of that bring you Dowling Catholic sports all year round in our 43rd year of broadcasting. Also like to thank the folks from Lewis Central Council Bluffs High School, athletic director Jim Dermody, and his assistant Cindy Brockman, Lewis Central head boys basketball coach Dan Miller and his staff. Our next broadcast will be this coming Tuesday night as number 7 Council Bluffs Lincoln takes on Dowling Catholic from the Council Bluffs Jefferson High School gym. Pregame 6:45, tip-off 7 o'clock, so join Mike Swim and I for the call. Again, the final once again, Dowling 50, Lewis Central Council Bluffs 23 in boys sub-state semifinal basketball. For my broadcast partner, Mike Swaim, this is Mark Amadale, and you've been listening to Dowling Catholic Sports here on the official radio network of Dowling Catholic High School Sports and Activities. Iowa Catholic Radio heard on 1150 AM, 88.5 and 94.5 FM here in the greater Des Moines area, and streaming online at iowacatholicradio.com. Once again, for our studio producer, Jeff Piggott, I'm Mark Amadale. Thank you for joining us. Again, the final, Dowling 50, Lewis Central Council Bluffs 23. We'll talk to you Tuesday night. Until then, have a safe and blessed, faith-filled evening.
Our coverage of Dowling Catholic High School basketball is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, Kemen, Mercy One, and Tamia & Sons. Please support the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio on 1150 AM, 88.5 FM, 94.5 FM, streaming at iowacatholicradio.com and on the Iowa Catholic Radio app. The proceeding has been a Dowling Catholic Sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.